It's actually a very hard question to answer. If you asked me 10 years ago, it would be quite easy because it would be a lot about meat, potatoes, and maybe a little bit of salad. But it's a very changing area, and there's many different discourses or vibrant cultures defining Danish food culture at the moment.
There's a lot of different cheeses. There's, in general, the milk products. There's very, very many milk products. It's like milk products, pork, and fish, I would say.
Potatoes, beef, and yeah, a lot of heavy vegetables.
Really heavy food. Yeah, heavy potatoes, a lot of potatoes.
But the problem is in Denmark, I think our national dish might be spaghetti and lasagna. So we don't have a traditional.
Maybe the most common dish is spaghetti.
Yeah.
For ages we have used potatoes as a basic thing for eating, but we have been influenced from all over the world. I think a lot of people eat rice and pasta.
For me it's something that is locally grown or based on like local cooking traditions.
Vegetables mostly.
Well, the very traditional thing is the smørrebrød, the open-faced sandwiches. They're kind of, I think, in my perspective, unique to Denmark, and it's a very Danish thing to go out and have lunch and eat smørrebrød, and you can do it like you can do your own. You can go out to a restaurant, you can go to kind of fine dining or the more rustic kind of food. So I think, and it kind of changes with the seasons as well. So you get in the winter you get a lot of pork and cabbage and apples and stuff like that, and then you get the more summery kind of things, the fish and the radishes and cucumbers and stuff.
Okay. Potatoes and meat, a lot of meat with potatoes and yeah, something's a salad.
Movement is very, very strong right now, and it's changing Danish food culture. There has been for the past 20 years or so different cultures coming in, Italian food, French food and so on, Japanese food, but having our own kind of food. That's what New Nordic. So it gives us some kind of pride in Danish food culture that we did, or Danish cuisine that we didn't have before.
New Nordic food. I think it's a lot on recreating. It's a lot of adapting traditional known flavors, something a bit light, more fresh, sort of more contemporary to the times. I think to what's happening now and the needs, changes in society.
That's not a simple question at all. I would say terroir. Locality, interests, innovation, and that's probably more or less it. Yeah.
For me, it's Danish, but also local food. It's organic food, and I think it's what Denmark has to offer, what we have to offer in a country that changes so much seasonally.
I think about Noma,
Our famous restaurant.
Restaurants try to collect a lot of the local food, yes, which also they try to promote as really healthy and also eco-friendly when you don't have to travel it far away.
That we try to find kind of back to basic and you.
First of all, Noma and like elite projects.
Interesting.
I think it's a lot about the seasons. It's a lot about getting what's best, what's at the vegetables and the meat and the fish that's kind of at its peak. I think that's kind of what binds it all together, because even if you're doing rustic food or if you're doing fine dining or Michelin star food, that's kind of the same goal that you have. It's kind of to get the best out of the produce you have available. Yeah.
Something new and exciting, special, something you haven't tried before.
The role of the Danish youth combined with the Nordic food movement is very divided. There are a few groups of people, mainly within the city, within the student groups, that are very into this new Nordic movement. There's a bunch of events, there's a whole community going around this whole new Nordic movement. But on the other hand, we have a large group who are not very interested in the new Nordic diet and the new Nordic food movement. So for some people it makes a difference, and I very much hope that a lot of youth in the future, but so far it's not a key changing culture for the Danish youth.
I am gardening a lot. There's some urban gardens. There's some people who start gardens around the city.
Yeah, I have my stand. Yeah. Yeah. And I study nutrition and health. Oh. Yeah. That's it. And I also work in there in the shop, and it's also meat and dairies and all kinds.
Other than
Sorry. No, yeah, we eat a lot, but
We grow vegetables in the garden.
I used to be the chairman for the Copenhagen Food Cup for the first 3 years, and then I'm a slope food member, and I study integrated food studies, and then I work with food events. So like, basically, I'm just realizing there's a lot of food in my life. Yeah.
I have a small garden actually in Copenhagen. It's kind of an allotment kitchen garden where I grow some stuff mostly for myself, and sometimes I bring some of it to work, or I give some of it away if I have a lot of it. I think that's a really nice way to kind of get in touch with the food. And yeah.
No.
Beekeeping, anything.
No.
Anything related to food.
The new Nordic food movement is not just another blow into the, this is here to stay for sure, and I really hope and I think that it's not only going to be some kind of the major cities or something. It's going to be spread out. What I hope is that it's not just defined by the food industry, because what we're seeing right now is that the food industry are starting to call their products new Nordic, not changing the recipe that much or the quality of the products. So the new Nordic movement, the new Nordic brand, it's definitely really strong right now. It will continue to be so, and I really hope the quality will also stay really high.
The younger generation took over from the older one, of course, with respect from them and respect from the old traditions, but we need to refine and redo the Danish kitchen in a more lighter way. That's what I feel.
Are you ready?
And that's really a gift.
I think they tried to just a few words. Yeah. They can't please stop me if it's too much of it.
Okay. So, and take two.
The other one sounds really difficult.
Yeah, very so. Yeah.
Tell us what we do wrong and you can blame us for
Is it filming?
Yeah.
Take one.
Yeah. And tell us all about it.
Thank you.
We're so down about it.
Okay, we have the team so much for you. Take two.
That's good. I think that's a smart move.
Credit is due for the damage that we've done. We have brought upon ourselves and others with a slow ambitious girl.
Thank you very much.
Very short, very bright.
And then I hear you say, thank God it's fatal, thank God it's fatal, not shy.